Hey guys, how are you doing today? Today's going to be another clay demo. I'm going to do a bullseye cane. I got like 4 or 5 emails on my YouTube to show how to do this cane. I'm going to do the simple one because you can mix and match so many different colors to really make it um, blend. Really, you can make it blend very nicely. You can make it stand out really awesome. You could do Halloween colors, you can do fall colors, you can do Christmas colors. You could do whatever you want. I'm just going to do some scrap red clay and white clay. And as you can tell, my white clay, because silly me, not thinking, was conditioning my clay with my hands, and of course did my red first and then went for my white. So I've got a little bit of red in there, but you're going to be able to see the difference in between. So I'm doing that. I'm going to show you that today. And what you can do on these are endless. They're fun, and you can add them to scrap clay. You can do whatever. So I have this. I don't know if I use these in my mixed media pieces a lot. This is, I believe this is Cool to Cast by Tiffany Windsor. I bought this probably years ago. They were in bags at my Michael's, and they were on like clearance for 79 cents, and I wanted to try it, and I laid it on my on a plastic printing plate thing that I have, and it came up so beautiful. So I love using these pieces in my mixed media art, and I have one bag left because I bought like tons of them and did so many great things with them. And she has a new Cool to Cast out that comes in jars now at Michael's, and it's by the clay section. So I'm going to head out there with a coupon and get me another container of it, because I have, new stuff that I want to use on this, and you can use it. It's so versatile, and it's firm, and like I said, I use this when I do on my canvases and whatnot, and I'll glue them down, and it just has more texture. Or you can, do it like in a style. Like I like putting like necklaces and pieces on my mixed media piece, or if I do a girl, a figure. So, I mean, this is really, really cool, and you get like the greatest texture. So that's awesome. This, I wanted to show you very quickly, since I forgot to bring down all my stuff from downstairs. From upstairs. This is a pendant that I made. And I made it, if you can see, from all kinds of scrap clay I had left from a project. And I took a square cutter, I blended it all together so it was conditioned, and rolled it out, and then I cut it out with my square cutter, put a hole in it, and I used a stamp. And once it was baked, I got it out and everything. It cooled down, and then I added some really cool Pearl-Ex and some texture, and it just came out awesome. So it's going to be a pendant, and I haven't quite decided, because I haven't finished the sides yet, whether I want to put black around it. And you can see, you can see the differences in the color, like the color and, all that's mixed together. If I want to put this in black, like do a black border of clay around it, and then I'll rebake it. So I'm kind of deciding what I want to do before I finish it. But I'm going to do a video on how to do this, because with the holidays coming, like I said, this is just regular clay that I had left over from a project, and I just conditioned it all together and used a very, very inexpensive stamp that when you go to Michael's, in my Michael's at least, when you're leaving, they have like this big section of like clearance and like dollar things. And I think this is a stamp from that, but you can use any stamp, and you can use anything that you have. So when I do this video, I'll show you and give you some ideas of things that you can use that you have around the house. Because you just kind of want, the different kind of textures. But I don't know how well you can see. Let's see if that's going to clear up for us. Yeah. It's really cool looking. I wish I would have made 2, because I would have loved these as earrings, because they're not heavy at all. But I got a pendant. So I'm going to finish this up, and then when it's done, I'll show you that. And last but not least, I want to show you my steampunk skull. and I have to put another coat in this eye of, what did I use? I either used Glossy Accents or I used Sakura 3D Crystal Lacquer. And I need another coat in there. And then I have my little spider. So that's something else I'm working on and playing around with. Wanted to show you that. I wanted to show you my Mod Melt little doll head, which will be a creepy thing for some addition of creepiness when I do it, because I love doing creepy. So I haven't quite decided what to do with her, but the head came out great, and I'm really excited with that. And I think because I didn't bring anything else down to show you that I wanted to show you, I thought, let me show you those. So let's get started. My poor cat. Okay, so we're going to do a bullseye cane, and this is just a simplistic one. I can't find my, I must have been using a lot of black lately in my videos because I can't find my black. So we're going to use red and white. So I'm going to get out my little knife here and make sure that I got the blade side, write it down. And what I like to do is, what I need to do is I need to go buy either the new knives the new blades that they have that have the handles, or put my handles on that I put on yesterday and go bake it and then glue them on, and then I will have no more problems. I get more cuts. But when I lay it down, just a little tip, if you have blades like this, lay it with the blade away from you so that you know when you go to pick it up, that's the blade. Does that always work for me? No. I go grab like this. I get crazy. So we're going to start, and you want to start with your a middle piece to be the darkest. This is how I'm showing you today. This is the basic. What you do from here, how you do it from here, you want to switch it. You want the light inside. Be my guest. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm just going to show you. And that's the fun of it. Y'all get to play. And we want to roll this out pretty thin. And pretty evenly. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to cut it. See, I grabbed it from the blade anyway. I'm just going to cut it there because I'm not going to worry too much about how long it is. Now what you want to do is you want to take your lighter piece and, okay, I'm going to cut a piece. Look how white inside, and on the outside it's like, ew. But what are you going to do? Okay, so and I'm sure it's going to get worse now. I'm going to roll this out. If you don't have a rolling pin for this, use a bottle, a paint bottle, your brayer, whatever you have. You don't have to. I've used, back in the day, I've taken my, the spray, cooking spray, like Pam and that stuff. When I'm done with it, I take it and I have them sitting everywhere because sometimes I don't have my stuff sitting with me. Now we want to roll this to a nice, I don't think I have enough. Maybe I'll roll off this part instead right now, because I just don't have enough. You get whatever you can to roll with. You kind of want to get a square shape. I like to turn it. Maybe because I act like I'm a baker because I can't bake. I hate to bake because I have no patience. I love to cook because you throw whatever you want in it. But baking takes preciseness and measuring and patience. And as you all know, I don't have it. I just like to throw my garlic in my olive oil and do my thing. So we're going to do like this. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm just going to trim it up a little bit so we get a little bit more even. I'm going to buy a new knife this weekend, I swear. And I'm just going to kind of do it like that and just kind of so you get an idea. All right. Now, obviously, this red is going to be too long for this. You want it to be. Now, you can make this as wide as you know, as long as you want. And this too. I'm doing a mini version, so you can kind of see how to do it. But it's hard without my, again, I'm whining like a baby, without my pasta maker. My pasta, you know, machine and all that easy stuff. So I'm just going to show you like this. And then what you do is you take it. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see. And we're going to roll it until it gets to the other side. And you kind of push it a little bit. And when you pull it back, you'll kind of see where your mark is. And then just cut it there, kind of like at an angle. Pull it off. And just give it a little light roll. And smooth those ends together. Because you want those to be closed. Just give it a little roll back and forth. Okay, now I'm going to just cut off this little end here of the red, just so it doesn't turn it this way, because we'll clean up the ends at the end, if that makes sense. All right, so you can see here we have it somewhat started, right? Now, something really cool. Let me see if I can maybe do it in one of these just to kind of show you. This is what happens. I can only hear my mind starts going. We're going to roll this, and then I'm going to cut it. And then I'll kind of roll it back and forth. And then I'll cut this little boopy off there, little there. And then, all right, so you would have this rolled a little bit better than I'm doing. But if you did this a little bit thicker, you could take your, if I could find mine, but we'll just use something else. Let's see. How the heck is it? You can take like a skewer or a paintbrush back or whatever and go down and kind of, and I'll show you. I just want to show you kind of how to go down the whole thing like this. Kind of form it up a little bit. And then on the bottom, squeeze it. And I would be more careful. I'm just kind of showing you while I'm here. And you see how you kind of get a heart shape? Let me cut that and see if that comes up. I didn't take the time that I should have. Plus it's going to be smushy. But yeah. So you see how you kind of get a heart shape? Now, of course, you know, you would be much more accurate than I, but that's how you would do it. You would make sure that you ran your skewer, you know, deep into it, and then did your pinch. Because you want your red, you know, your red to be, or whatever color you have in there. And you can get different kind of hearts. So that's one way, like I said, and you see, you get the heart thing. You work on it a second, you know what I mean? A little bit better than me. That was like a last minute thing. But just to show you. Okay, so now we're back to this. This is what we have, our white with our, over our red. And then we're going to take our red and we're going to roll it out. And we're rolling. And we're rolling. And I'm pretending like I'm making dough, and I'm rolling this way. And that should be long enough. And I'm going to take it, and I'll roll it up here. I'm going to take off the little bit of edge there. I know that's not going to be there or there. So we're just going to roll it the same as we did, push it up. And we're going to roll it. Until it touches the other side. Give it a little rock. And you'll see like a line. I don't know if you can see it. But because my lights are really funky today. But there's a line right here that when you touch this over, it kind of gives an indentation. So you know where to cut it. And then I just kind of go in and cut it at a little bit of a slant and roll it. And then I'll just kind of roll it just a few minutes over. Keep an even pressure so it really doesn't distort it. And then we're back to the white. Let's see, will this be big enough? Maybe I'll roll it out just a tad bit. Yep. And I'll roll that same way. Giving that over. Taking that off. And you want to smooth out your seams. You know, you want even pressure so your seams don't show. I'm just not going to spend all that time right now. But it's very simple. And then I'm going to do my dark color one more time. Let me just take some of this red off here because I'm not going to need that. I'm going to cut that off. But you can see this end coming together. And we're going to do the outside one more time. Let's roll this out. And you can make, like I said, these layers can be as thick as you want them to be. I'm just trying to give you the idea. You can make them thick as all heck. And, you know, that'll work. Hey, that's like a great skull face. Look. I got skulls on mine today. All right. We're going to cut that off. We're going to put him in here. Start him up here. Turn him around so you guys can see. And I'm going to roll and roll and roll. And we'll just leave it like, nope, we need it a little bit longer. Okay. I'll just add that on and I'm just going to roll it. Take it off. It's warm down here, so of course, getting a little sticky. But that's okay. All right. Just want to get that rolled on there so you guys can see. Roll it tight, you know, like push it. We don't want no air bubbles. Roll it until you get to that end. Roll back. Give it a cut. And then roll it And you want to keep it, you don't want to add pressure. You just want to add that rolling so it like melds everything together. Because when you cut this, and I'll show you in a second. Let me get this extra little red and white off. But you can see where we're forming here. See how neat? But you want to make sure there's no air bubbles. So you just kind of want to give it a squeeze with your hand. Use the palm of your hand to seal those seams. And just give it a little rub. Remember, if anything's sticking at any point, spray water, use water. I always have a water bottle. I have several that sit around for many uses, and for the clay, it's a great use. Helps it from quit sticking on your surfaces, on your rolling, you know, on your hands, whatever. So we have a nice, you can see where we're going with that. Now is when you would put it into the freezer. Why is my color so off? Now is when you would put it in the freezer. So, all right, let's see. That is not even bright. It's too bright. It's way off. All right, we'll just leave it like that for now. But you want to put this in the freezer right now for like 3 minutes. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. But because I don't have a freezer down here, blah, 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 we all know the story. I'm going to just cut off the end here to get this extra off. And these I would save, like I said, for my little pieces from my jewelry or whatever I'm going to do. I would mix them together. Give it a nice little roll between my hands again to make sure all the air bubbles are out. And then I'm going to slice it in the middle and hope I don't squish it too much. And I'm just going to go straight down. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you a mistake and whatnot. You see that hole right here in the white in the middle? It's because I didn't push it enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I didn't roll it tight enough when I put that layer on. So make sure you do that. But look at that great bullseye cane. Now think of the colors that you can do. And the same over here. Let me just roll it. And you have a great bullseye cane. And you can see, like I said, again, on this side where I cut, because of course it's going to be the same, you can see the white, let's say, where I have the little crack because I didn't form it. You know, I didn't take the time to form it like I should. I should have, and plus with it being, but I'm just going to take it and roll it. Now, the fun thing is, let me just cut. It's smashing a little bit because it's so warm. As you can see as I cut it, I don't want it to be oval like that. You can. Would make a great eyeball, actually, if you did this with black and white. Like if you did black in the middle and then the white and then did a color for the eye right here. And then did like a color on the outside for eyeshadow. You have a nice eye. And you could do 2 of them. That would be awesome. I might play with that later with those color schemes. But you can see this is what you get. So you can cut a nice piece off. Do 2. And of course, you'll have yours frozen and cold. So when you cut it, it's going to be beautiful slices and not uncircle like mine. But because it's so warm, and I can't wait for fall to open the windows. We have, and they're a little soft, and that's okay. Life's not perfect. You could see the difference of the one I cut and the one I didn't touch. This is the one I cut. It kind of smashes. But I'm going to save these and then I'll put them in the freezer when I go upstairs. So I can get clear cuts, clean cuts from them. So there you go. That's just a normal old bullseye cane. And again, you can do the layers as thick or as thin as you want. You can, do whatever you want, whatever way you want, whatever colors you want. Like I said, I'm going to make me some eyes, I think, later. See what color I have left in my junk bag and do it. Maybe I'll tape it, and if it comes out good, then I'll show y'all. Because, boy, that would be, I could make some really cool eyes with that for a doll. Interesting. And don't forget to play around to make a little heart. Little hearts. How cute. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Hope y'all try it. And, let me know what you think. Let me know if it's easy, hard, what you did with them when you were done. You could take like 2 of these and put holes through them when you bake them and do 2 more and make earrings. You can, oh my gosh, do so many things. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this. I hope that y'all try it. And I hope y'all have a great day. And please be kind to each other because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And have fun playing with clay. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.